Hello everybody, hello. Welcome to Cooking with the Southern Diva. Today we are going to make one of my favorites. As you know, the holidays are here and everybody is in a great holiday spirit. One of my holiday traditions is my grandmother would always get in the kitchen and she would bake. So I still bake, and I still bake for my children even though they're all grown. So one of my favorite things to make, I make it every year without fail, is cookies. When I think of cookies, I hear the Cookie Monster in my head. Cookies! So I'm super excited. So today we're gonna make my chocolate chip cookies from my recipe book. Got to get it, it's amazing. So let's look at the ingredients. To make these cookies, you're gonna need 1/4 of regular granulated sugar, 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, brown sugar. You're gonna need 2 1/4 cups of flour, 2 sticks of butter, and of course the chocolate chips, 2 eggs, vanilla and honey. My secret, what makes them pop, French vanilla pudding, just the 3.4 ounce box. What we're gonna do is add our butter and sugar, our sugars, and cream them together here. Get it nice and fluffy and get everything incorporated here. I use salted butter, that way I don't have to add any salt to my recipe. All right, everybody, now the next part is, hey, the butter is creamed, the butter and the sugars are incorporated, and they're incorporating really nice. So what I do is I scrape down the bowl a little bit and get that off. And what we're gonna do now is I kind of scrape everything off, because you want everything to mix really well. You don't want it clumps of this and clumps of that. You want it to mix really well. So now what we're going to do is add our instant pudding and let that mix for a little. Now what we're going to do is, looks like these eggs and vanilla have mixed really well. So now what we're going to do is start incorporating our 2 1/4 cups of flour a little at a time, because if you add a lot, honey, you'll be looking like you had a flour explosion, and you don't want that. So we're going to add a little bit of a time at a time until it all gets incorporated. Okay, y'all, it looks like it is getting about right. We've got all the flour incorporated in. Remember, as you are incorporating your flour in, to, hey, scrape the sides. Scrape the sides is important. You don't want to get a big old clump of baking powder, baking soda in your mouth. That would be terrible. But anyway, you just want everything even. All right, so we got the chocolate chips mixed in, honey. You gotta have strong muscles to get these chocolate chips in. Like I said, you would also do your pecans if necessary. So now we're gonna just drop them onto the pan. So listen. First, with your pan, always make sure to line your pan with a nice parchment paper. You have to kind of fold it to fit it in, but that way the cookies won't stick. Now, I want to show you a difference. I'm going to make a couple different ones for you, just because for the purpose of instruction. So this right here, this scooper by itself will make a regular size cookie. Like if you would want individual cookies, that's what that'll make. So I'll make a couple of those, because when I take them out the pan, I want you to see the difference. I need to get another scooper that's like twice this size, so I won't have to do this, but I hadn't had time this year as of right now to do that. And so with these little ones, they can kind of be spread out. You don't want them to overlap, so I kind of try to keep them kind of spread out, kind of nice. Now we're gonna make the double cookie. Now the double cookie is 2 of these, and like I said, you gotta make sure you wash your hands if you're gonna do this, or wear gloves, whatever your preference is. It's the double cookie, and I kind of round it off, put it on the pan. And I'm just gonna make a couple of these as well, just to show you the difference. People don't, if I was gonna cook these with somebody else, of course, but these are just for home, I would use gloves, but since these are just for home and my hands are clean, so I kind of roll them out real good. Make a couple more of the big ones. Scoop them out real good. Because they do get kind of big. And my kids like the big cookies. And so what I'll do, y'all, once the cookies are done, what I do is I go to Walmart and I get those tins, they're plastic, or you can get the tin ones. Sometimes I use my old tins from other cookies I've had. And you can just kind of spread them out. And then I'll put maybe like another one of the, just make sure they're spread out where they are not going to be touching. That's the important part. So now I'm just, for this, just the sake of the video, this is how I would do it. If I was going to do all small, I would probably have about 12 on here. But right now I'm just kind of showing you. And if I do the big ones, I usually do about 8. I'll put 3 on each side and 2 in the middle because, of course, you don't want them overlapping. So we're going to go ahead and put these in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. It just depends on how you like. All right, everybody, we have the finished product here. I just wanted to show you the different sizes. Remember, we discussed this. So this is the little size with the 1 scooper. Real cute. Y'all see how full of the chocolate chips? Yum. And this is the bigger size. So it's quite a bit of difference. It just depends on how you want to make your cookie, what size you want, how you want it. But as you can see, when you break them open, they've been sitting for a minute. They are full of chocolate chips. They are stock full of chocolate chips, and they are so soft and moist. I promise you, these will be a hit for your holidays from now on. So don't forget, try this recipe.